Hello, and welcome to another video, a crash course in not getting scammed. Please like and subscribe if you find this video useful. And please share this video to help others. Look, we live in a world where everyone's trying to sell you something, whether it's a timeshare in a swamp or a Nigerian prince's inheritance. And while some of us can sniff out a scam from a mile away, others, well, let's just say they make it a bit too easy for the con artists out there. We're here to arm you with the knowledge you need to navigate this digital minefield. Over the next 10 minutes, we'll be diving deep into the murky world of scams, exposing their tactics and giving you the tools to protect yourself. We'll be covering everything from phishing to public Wi-Fi, password protection to spotting a fake website, so buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride. Alright, let's kick things off with the classic phishing scam. These are the digital equivalent of a stranger offering you candy from their van. If the van was your inbox and the candy was a promise of free money. Phishing attempts usually come in the form of emails, texts, or even those weird Facebook messages from friends who suddenly need money. The goal is to trick you into clicking a dodgy link or handing over sensitive information like your bank details or your grandma's secret cookie recipe. So, how do you spot these digital bottom feeders? First, look out for suspicious sender addresses. They might look official at first glance, but on closer inspection you'll notice they're riddled with typos or just plain weird. Second, be wary of urgent or threatening language. If an email screams, "Your account has been compromised, act now or face the consequences," take a deep breath. It's probably a load of digital dung. Remember, legitimate organizations will never ask for your personal information via email. So, when in doubt, trash it out. Let's talk passwords, people. We all have that one friend who still uses password 123 for everything, and honestly, it's giving us anxiety. Your passwords are the gatekeepers to your digital life, so make them strong, unique, and as impenetrable as Fort Knox. We're talking a mix of upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols, the whole shebang. And for the love of all that is holy, don't use the same password for multiple accounts. That's like using the same key for your house, your car, and your secret stash of gummy bears. One breach and it's game over. Now I know what you're thinking. My brain is already full of useless trivia and that catchy jingle from that one commercial. There's no way I can remember all these complicated passwords. And you know what? You're right. That's where password managers come in. These handy-dandy tools store all your passwords securely, so you only need to remember one master password. It's like having a digital vault for your digital keys. Okay. So you've got your Fort Knox level password, but let's add another layer of security, shall we? I'm talking about two-factor authentication, or 2FA for those in the know. Think of it as the digital equivalent of a bouncer, checking your ID at a club even though you already told them your name. Basically, 2FA requires you to provide two forms of identification, something you know, your password, and something you have, usually a code sent to your phone or email. This way, even if some digital pickpocket gets their grubby hands on your password, they still can't access your account without that second piece of the puzzle. Most online services offer 2FA these days, so there's really no excuse not to use it. It's easy and straightforward, it only takes a few seconds to add, but it can save you from a world of trouble down the line. Okay folks, time for a little digital hygiene lesson. Just like you wouldn't go months without washing your hands, I hope, you shouldn't go months without updating your software. Those pesky software updates aren't just about getting the latest features or making your phone's operating system more annoying. They often include crucial security patches that fix vulnerabilities hackers could exploit. Think of it like this. Every time you ignore a software update, you're essentially leaving your digital door unlocked with a giant neon sign that says, "Robbers welcome." So do yourself a favor and keep your software updated. Your digital life will thank you for it. Let's talk about unsolicited requests, shall we? You know, those emails, phone calls, or even carrier pigeons that show up out of the blue, asking for your personal information or money. Now, I'm not saying that every unsolicited request is a scam, but it's important to treat them with the same level of suspicion you'd give a clown offering you free balloons in a sewer. If you receive an email from a prince you've never met asking for your bank account details, it's probably best to hit the delete button faster than you can say inheritance scam. The same goes for phone calls claiming you've won a lottery you never entered or emails from long-lost relatives you didn't know you had. Remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And if you're ever unsure about a request, don't hesitate to contact the supposed organization directly to verify its legitimacy. It's always better to be safe than sorry. All right, let's talk about protecting your precious personal information, both online and offline. Think of it as building a digital fortress around your data, complete with moats, guard dogs, and maybe even a dragon or two for good measure. First and foremost, be mindful of what you share online. Do you really need to post your home address and blood type on Facebook? Probably not. The less information you put out there, the less there is for scammers to exploit. When it comes to offline security, it's all about being vigilant. Shred those bank statements before you toss them out. Be wary of suspicious individuals asking for personal information, and for Pete's sake, don't carry around your social security number in your wallet. All right, let's talk about staying safe in the wild west of the internet. You wouldn't walk into a shady back alley bar without taking some precautions, would you? The same goes for browsing the web. Before you enter any sensitive information, like your credit card details or your secret recipe for world domination, make sure the website is secure. Look for the little padlock icon in the address bar and make sure the URL starts with https:// that ES stands for secure. It's like the digital equivalent of a bouncer checking your ID at the door, and while you're at it, keep an eye out for any red flags like misspellings, grammatical errors, or a design that looks like it was created by a 5-year-old with crayons. If something feels off, trust your gut and navigate away from that digital dumpster fire. Public Wi-Fi, the siren song of the digital age. It's free, it's convenient, and it's a potential gold mine for hackers looking to steal your data. Think of public Wi-Fi like a public restroom. It's convenient in a pinch, but you probably don't want to linger any longer than you have to. When you connect to public Wi-Fi, your data is essentially floating around in the ether, ripe for the picking by anyone with the right tools. That's why it's crucial to use a VPN, or virtual private network, whenever you're on public Wi-Fi. A VPN encrypts your internet traffic, making it much harder for hackers to intercept your data. It's like wrapping your online activity in a digital invisibility cloak. In the digital age, knowledge is power, and that includes knowledge of your own accounts. We're talking about regularly monitoring your financial accounts, credit card statements, and even your social media profiles for any suspicious activity. Think of it as a digital checkup, a chance to catch any potential problems before they become major headaches. Set up account alerts so you're notified of any unusual transactions or login attempts. Check your credit report regularly for any unauthorized inquiries or accounts. And be vigilant about reviewing your social media privacy settings to make sure you're not oversharing with the world. Congratulations, you've made it to the final chapter. You're now armed with the knowledge to protect yourself from the vast majority of scams out there, but your journey doesn't end here. In fact, it's just the beginning. The world of scams is constantly evolving, with new threats emerging all the time. That's why it's crucial to stay informed about the latest scams and share your knowledge with others. Talk to your friends and family about online safety, especially older relatives who may be more susceptible to scams. Report any suspicious activity to the authorities. And remember, the more we know about scams, the better equipped we'll be to avoid them. So there you have it, folks, the 10 Commandments of Scam Prevention. Delivered straight to your eyeballs. Remember, the best way to protect yourself from scams is to stay informed, be vigilant, and always trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is. And if you do fall victim to a scam, don't beat yourself up about it. It happens to the best of us. Just remember to report it to the authorities and learn from your experience. Now go forth and be the scam-fighting warriors I know you can be.